Okay, so get that we're diving deep into numerology today,
Yeah.
specifically life path number 4. And we've got a ton of fascinating source material here. Like we're talking about characteristics, potential, even weaknesses.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to kind of unpack all that, see how it might connect with you guys listening out there.
Right, exactly. And who knows, maybe we'll even stumble across some like famous people who share the same life path number.
Oh, for sure. Tons of them, actually. But uh, first things first, we got to make sure everyone's on the same page. So, life path number, it's calculated using your birth date.
Yeah,
And basically, what it does is it reveals like deeper meanings about your inherent traits, your potential, that sort of thing.
gotcha. So it's not just like random numbers. It's like your birth date actually means something.
Exactly. It's all connected. And in numerology, life path number 4, that's the one we're focusing on today, it's associated with some pretty strong traits like practicality, stability, a really strong work ethic, that kind of thing.
Okay, so we're talking about someone who's like super grounded, hardworking, likes to get things done.
Absolutely. And not just getting things done, but like finding satisfaction in building something concrete, something that lasts,
Hmm.
structure long-term projects. That's their jam.
Makes sense. It's all about that solid foundation, huh?
Exactly. They crave stability and order. Tradition is super important to them. Loyalty, too. They apply that to all aspects of their lives.
I'm seeing a pattern here. Like everything is about building something solid and lasting.
You got it.
Hmm?
And they've got the traits to make it happen. They're detail-oriented, persistent. The type, they don't give up easily.
Oh, yeah. That reminds me, the source material actually mentions that they're like incredible problem solvers.
Right, because they're so meticulous, methodical, nothing gets past them. They analyze every single detail, and then boom, they come up with these practical, effective solutions, and they're not afraid to put in the work to make it happen.
Wow. That's impressive. So it's like they've got this natural drive to succeed.
Totally. It makes them amazing entrepreneurs. By the way, did you know a lot of successful entrepreneurs actually have life path number 4? It makes sense though, right? All that hard work, strategic thinking.
Hmm.
It's a recipe for success.
For sure. And it's not just about them succeeding. It's like they want to create that stability for everyone around them too.
Yeah.
Like their family, their friends.
Oh yeah, 100%. The source material talks about how they're like the most loyal partners and friends you could ask for. Long-term relationships, that's what they value most.
It all comes back to that stability, huh? They create it and they cherish it.
Exactly. But no life path is without its challenges, right? There's always two sides to the coin.
Right. So what are we talking about here? What kind of challenges do they face?
Well, for one, they can be a bit resistant to change. Like they
Yeah.
prefer things to stay the same, Tried and true methods, all that.
That makes sense. I mean, they do love stability,
Mm-hmm.
but I can see how that could be a problem sometimes.
Yeah, definitely. Flexibility is something they might need to work on a bit, Being open to new ideas, new ways of doing things.
Oh, and this is interesting. The source mentions perfectionism as a potential struggle too. Like they can get so caught up in the details that they miss the big picture.
Yep. They can get stuck in that loop of trying to make everything perfect, which can be paralyzing sometimes, It's like they're so focused on the tiny details that they lose sight of the overall goal.
And that can be exhausting.
Yeah.
Always striving for perfection. No wonder the source also talks about them repressing their emotions. Like they might be so focused on the practical stuff that they forget to deal with their feelings.
Exactly. It's important for them to find a balance, acknowledge their emotions, express themselves. It's all part of personal growth.
So self-awareness is key for these folks.
Hmm.
Being aware of their strengths and their weaknesses.
Absolutely. And speaking of strengths, let's talk about some of the amazing people who share this life path number 4. Like celebrities, historical figures. It's pretty inspiring.
Oh yeah, let's hear it. Any names that stand out to you?
Well, first off, we've got Thomas Edison, Marie Curie, Charles Darwin, all these incredible minds who changed the world with their discoveries and inventions. And you can see how that life path 4 energy played a role, right? That meticulous attention to detail, that relentless pursuit of knowledge.
It's like they were born to make those groundbreaking discoveries.
Right. And then you've got people like Alec Baldwin, Meryl Streep. Talk about legends in the acting world, their dedication to their craft, their work ethic. It's all there. It's that life path 4 drive pushing them to be the best.
And let's not forget about The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. He's like the epitome of life path 4 energy. From wrestling champion to Hollywood superstar, the guy is unstoppable.
Right. It's amazing to see how those core characteristics can manifest in such different ways. It's like this blueprint for success that can be applied to any field.
Totally. And speaking of fields, the source actually lists some careers that are a perfect fit for life path 4 individuals, like engineer scientist, entrepreneur craftsman, financial advisor. The list goes on.
It makes sense though, right? All those analytical and practical skills, they're a natural fit for those types of careers. Plus, a lot of those jobs involve building something tangible, something concrete, which aligns perfectly with their desire for stability.
It's like their whole life path is leading them towards creating something lasting and meaningful.
Exactly. And the source material doesn't stop there. They actually give some pretty solid advice for personal growth, too.
Yeah, like what?
Well, one thing they emphasize is finding a balance between practicality and creativity. You know, it's great to be grounded and organized, but sometimes you gotta let loose a little bit, tap into that creative energy.
Well, it's not just about logic and structure. It's about finding that spark of inspiration, too.
Exactly. And another big one is emotional expression. Life Path 4 folks, they gotta learn to communicate their feelings openly and honestly. Bottling things up, that's not gonna do them any favors.
Right. It's all about finding that healthy balance between the head and the heart.
And last but not least, they gotta learn to embrace change. I know it's tough for them. They love routine and stability, but stepping outside their comfort zone, being open to new experiences, that's where the real growth happens.
It's so true. It's like that saying, life begins at the end of your comfort zone.
Exactly. So to wrap things up, if you're vibing with this life path number 4, if it feels like you, think about how you can use those natural strengths to your advantage. You know, build those solid foundations in your work, your relationships, create something meaningful that's going to last.
And remember, personal growth is a journey, not a destination. Take these insights, reflect on them, see it resonates with you. And who knows, maybe you'll discover something new about yourself along the way.
And if life path number 4 isn't your jam, don't sweat it. There are tons of other paths to explore. Maybe we'll even do a deep dive into some of those in the future. Who knows?
Definitely. The world of numerology is vast and fascinating. There's always something new to learn. But for now, we're going to leave you with this. Think about what building a solid foundation truly means to you. Not just in the physical sense, but in every aspect of your life. What are you building? What legacy are you leaving behind?
Now there's a thought to ponder,
Right.
right?
Until next time, folks, keep those minds open and those hearts curious.
And keep building those foundations.
See ya.
Bye.